Picocuries per liter of air is the measurement for radon. 4 picocuries per liter of air is the EPA action level. So at 4 picocuries or more, you should take action to lower the radon concentrations in your home. So there are 2 types of tests, a short-term test and a long-term test. Typically 2 days between up to 7 days. That would be done most likely with charcoal, and what we're measuring is actually gamma emission coming off the charcoal. A longer period test would be an alpha track device, and that would be 91 days, typically up to a full year. The difference is we're now counting alpha strikes. So that device has a small plastic chip, and that's pulled out by the lab, analyzed under microscopic conditions, and they're actually counting the alpha particle strike as opposed to the gamma in the short-term test device, so on the K side. Radon mitigation is the process that typically takes place when you determine that there's a problem. So you've tested your home, you've determined that you have elevated concentrations of radon in the indoor air environment. The process is simple in most instances, and that is simply you're going to core a hole through the foundation floor. That hole is typically 5 inches. It could be a little less, a little more, depending on the contractor. And if you just envision a vacuum cleaner underneath your house, that's in essence what radon mitigation is doing. So we're inserting a tube beneath your foundation floor or your basement floor, your slab floor, whatever that may be, and then we're drawing all the gas to that point, and we're going to discharge that outside into open air where it can dilute safely. When you look at the cost to prevent radon-induced lung cancer through mitigation and testing, the test is most likely going to be somewhere between $25 up to $200, depending on the type of device that you're using. If you have a problem, the problem to fix a house with a basement is going to range somewhere on the $1,500 on the low side up to $2,000, maybe $2,500 on the upper end. That would be for basement foundation, slab foundation. If you get into more than one foundation, you may increase additional cost because you have to treat each foundation separately. And in some instances where you may have crawl space, you're going to need to put a barrier in. And that cost can range anywhere from $3,500 to $4,000. So the total scale on the mitigation side would be $1,500 to $1,800 on the low end, up to $3,500 to $4,000 on the high end.